Hi, good morning, you all. This is today I'm going to focus on music production. There are a lot of people who want to get in producing their own music, making tracks, editing tracks, and so forth. I have invested some money into some great software programs. They're good for at home use. Um, these programs can be commercially licensed to an individual or a group of people who are working together under a branded name or entity. So this here is to guide you through. And the one thing that I like most about these products, because it's actually a combination of different products, is that they give you a ton of freebies. These freebies include free updates, expansions, access to additional features on the corporate website. In addition to that, you have the ability to work across national boundary lines with individuals who are willing to share and upload their information. So together, this software was less than $500. So if you have, more than one person that's already working with you, you all are in a band, this is something for you all to explore, especially for those who cannot afford multiple instruments. These programs have every known instrument to humanity. Every note, every scale is available within these programs. So I have it downloaded to my laptop. Um, if you all have never heard of the Magix brand, SoundForge, Music Maker, this is very easy. I remember being in high school, and one of my band instructors introduced us to Cakewalk. I'm going to tell you, as a high school student, I was very intimidated by Cakewalk, but it's user friendly. And I'm telling you all about these programs because I feel like they are as user friendly, especially if you have more than an introduction to music production, arranging, instrumentation, etc. If you consider yourself experienced, knowledgeable, and you've been practicing, rehearsing, and working toward building your craft for more than 2 years, I don't think that you will find these particular products difficult. Many people are aware of this, many people are not. If you have someone in your family who's interested in getting into the music business, I say start here. A lot of people get in debt. They end up signing lengthy contracts, predatory contracts, and they become immersed in debt. And they also become dependent on people whose goal is to take advantage of them. So this is one step toward being self-sufficient and independent at the same time. You have people in other countries now who are buying these types of programs, and they're building platforms. If you look over in parts of Africa, especially around the Western Shores, down to Southwest Africa, over to the Mid-Eastern way, you see an emerging music scene. And I guarantee you, most of these new artists are using something like this. So let's get started. If you look on the screen here, you can see the different commands. You see different features. Again, not only are the instruments available, but the tools and the tools and the instruments to manipulate these instruments are available. Pitch, vocal ranging. You have analog features available in digital platform. So why would you go to a studio and pay someone $5,000, $10,000, or as much as $20,000 to produce and arrange something for you that you can generate yourself at home after as little as a $500 investment? Again, if you work with people, you can split those costs. Okay, so If you look over here at this part of the studio option, you will see that not only that you can arrange and set your bars, you can also alter them at any given point. And I strongly encourage saving your work as you go. Even if you have to save it as 2 or 3 separate files, once you get to where you want to be and you're comfortable with what you hear, you can always come back, cut, paste, and merge your work the same way you would do so in a word processing document such as Microsoft Word. The same commands work here. You can cut, paste, you can add, remove, you can clip, you can prolong. I'm telling you all, this right here is a bonus. You have a lot of artists who were once signed to major record labels who became independent once they learned they could have saved hundreds of thousands of dollars. Most of this money was unseen because of the contracts that they signed. So if you have younger people who are already talented, showing an interest in wanting to perform or even write, produce, this is something that they can use. There is nothing better than having a worthy product presentable to perspectives, okay? In addition to this, when you start working with music, if you go to the United States Copyright website, they have a registration option where you can submit work and you can continue to add to it. So that includes audio, video, written, etc. So I strongly recommend that as well. That's more than your basic copyright, which is about $65. So if you want to add to a collection of work, if you're working on something, you want to protect it, I strongly recommend approaching the United States Copyright Office and opting for the modified registration. Even if you don't complete it, let's say within a couple of months, they have a specified time frame where they will go ahead, they'll still issue a copyright, and then you have the option of adding additional volumes. So back to this program here, because I want to keep this short. This is going to be a brief introduction. I'm going to show you some clips and let you hear how I arrange something, just a couple of minutes. Why is this important? You think about it when you watch TV, you're online looking at ads, you're always seeing commercials. The sound that you hear in those commercials traditionally were referred to as jingles. There are people who've made millions of dollars off of jingles. You have companies that still exist today, of course, with a few people in their workplaces because of these types of programs, whose role is just to produce jingles. You have popular songs where snippets are used or sampled, and they serve as the backdrop for commercials and advertisements. So that's something else that you can think about. You have new companies starting every day, mostly web-based, but some of your traditional and conventional companies, they still want unique authenticity. So let's look back across the screen here. What I like most about this brand is if you create something in one of these programs, you can save it and export it across the other program. So you can open it, you can modify it, you can enhance it, especially with features that are unavailable on the other side. So listen here, tell me what you think, and I'm going to tell you all something. I usually don't endorse people, but one of my favorite artists is Mario. He participated in this event I don't want to get into not long ago where he performed against another artist. But this guy, his ability, his range, it's all amazing. And in the absence of instrumentals, you still hear a unique pitch. And so that's very important when you are working with virtual platforms, okay, software programs. You don't want to over edit, modify, or enhance a naturalness that cannot be achieved by editing. And one of the most popular ways is auto tune. That guy does not need it. So